Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we discussed about the basic formula on integrations. Okay. In this session, I will give another property on integrations. After that, I will start the basic problems. Okay. So today's topic is linear property on integrals. Before saying this property in integrations, see the linear property in the differentiation. D by dx of k1 into f of x plus or minus k2 into g of x. Okay. So here k1 is a constant, k2 is another constant. So whenever two functions are in addition otherwise subtraction, we can easily split the terms. Okay, so split the terms. At the same time, k1 is the constant, take outside from the differentiation. So k1 into d by dx of f of x plus otherwise minus. Again k2 is a constant which is in product, take outside from the differentiation. So you will get k2 into d by dx of g of x. This is called linear property in the differentiation. Linear property is nothing but splitting property. If there are two or more functions are in addition otherwise subtraction, we can easily split the terms. Okay. At the same time, if there is constant in product, we can take outside from the derivative. This is called linear property in the differentiation. In the similar way, we have the linear property in integrals also. Okay, here we have derivative symbol which is d by dx. In this case, we have the integration symbol. That's all. Remaining are all same. Statement. Integration of k1 f of x plus or minus k2 into g of x whole dx. We are observing that there are two functions, one is f of x and another one is g of x, or in addition otherwise maybe in subtraction. Also we are observing that k1 is a constant which is in product of f of x and k2 is another constant which is in product of g of x. In this case, write k1 in the outside of the integration. Take k1 to outside of the integration and split the terms. Integral f of x dx plus otherwise minus. Maybe there is plus sign otherwise minus sign in between them. Again we have k2 here. Take outside that constant from the integration symbol. So integral g of x dx. This is called linear property in integration. This is called linear property in the differentiation. Okay. This property is not only for two functions, it is applicable to more than two functions also. This is called linear property in integrals. Okay, once again I will revise this one. If there is two functions or in addition otherwise subtraction, you can easily split the terms and we can find out the integrations individually. At the same time, write the constants in the outside of the integration. Okay. Now I will start the problems. Very first model is problems on integrations which are based on direct formula. Already in the previous video we discussed about the formula. I hope you all learned and practiced that formula. Now we are going to find some integrations. Very first problem is find integral x cube minus 2x square plus 3 of dx. First consider the given problem. Integral x cube minus 2x square plus 3 of dx is equal to, according to the linear property, if there some functions are in addition otherwise subtraction, we can easily split the terms. So separate the terms now. Integral x cube dx, this is the first term, minus, because in the next term we have negative sign, that's why minus. 2 is the constant term, so take outside from the integral directly. Integral 2 integral x square dx plus Again 3 is the constant term. So take outside from the integral. So you will get 1 dx. So we are observing that here x cube is in the form of x power n. What is the formula for x power n? Integral x power n. Yesterday's very first formula. Okay. X power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Okay. So you will get x power 3 plus 1, which is 4. 4 by 4. This is the integration of x cube term. Minus 2 is there. The second term is also in the form of x power n form. But n is equal to 2. So you will get x power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, which is x cube by 3, plus what is integral 1? Integral 1 is a direct formula. Integral 1 dx is x. Suppose derivative of 1 is 0, but integration of 1 is x. So you will get 3x. After completion of integration, we should add the constant c. It is not necessary to add constant c every part. Okay, don't add constant c for every time. It is enough to add constant c after completion of integration of all terms. This is enough. Okay. See the second example. Find integral 1 plus 2 by x minus 3 by x square of dx. Solution. In the solution, consider the given problem once. Integration of 1 plus 2 by x minus 3 by x square of dx is equal to, separate the terms by using linear property. If there are more than 2 terms are in addition, otherwise in subtraction, we can easily split the terms. Integral 1 dx. Integral 1 dx plus, directly you can take outside the constant 2 from the integration. So the second part becomes 2 into integral 1 by x dx minus integral 3 by x square actually, but 3 is the constant term, take outside from the integral. Integral 1 by x square dx. That is equal to, what is integral 1 dx? X plus 2 into integral 1 by x dx. What is integral 1 by x dx? In the formula list it is second formula. So you will get log x to the base e minus 3 into, what is integration 1 by x square? Integral 1 by x square is minus 1 by x. That's why already minus is there. So minus of minus plus 3 into 1 by x. You can write as 3 by x. After completion of integration, you should add a constant. This constant is c is called constant of integration. Otherwise simply parameter. Okay. See the third one. So given problem becomes, here also 1, 2, 3. 3 terms are in addition, otherwise subtraction. So whenever 2 or more terms in addition, otherwise subtraction, we can easily separate the terms by using linear property. So integral e power x dx minus is there, integral 1 by x dx plus 2 is the constant term, take outside from the integration. Okay, so 2 is the constant, directly you can, suppose if you write 2 by root over 1 minus x square. So 2 is the constant term, take outside from the integration. So you will get 2 into integral 1 by root over 1 minus x square. In this way, take this 2 to outside, 1 by root over x square minus 1 of dx. Okay. Now what is integration of exponential function? Integration of exponential term is itself. Integral of e power x is e power x only. Minus, what is integral 1 by x? Already we saw in the previous problem. Integral 1 by x is log x. So log x to the base e plus 2 into, what is integral of 1 by root over x square minus 1, which is cos h inverse x. Okay. Integration is completed. That's why you should add constant c. Okay. I will give another set of problems now. These are the next set of problems. First see this problem. Here we have to find out the integration of secant x into tan x plus 3 by x minus 4. This is the first part, this is the second part, and this is the third one. Okay. Separate the terms by using the linear property and find out the integrations individually. So this given integral becomes integral secant x into tan x dx plus 3 is the constant in the numerator, so take outside from the integral 3 into integral 1 by x dx minus, here 4 is also constant, so take outside from the integration, simply you have here dx. We have a direct formula for integral secant x into tan x, which is secant x, because derivative of secant x is secant x into tan x, that's why integration of secant x into tan x is secant x. Okay, don't forget one important point, integration and derivatives are inverse procedures to each other. Plus 3 into, what is integral 1 by x? Integral 1 by x is very important formula. Already in the previous set of problems we got integral 1 by x, which is log mod x to the base a. You can simply write as log x, no problem. Okay, minus 4 into what is integral 1 dx? Integral 1 dx is x. Integration is completed, that's why add constant c. It is not necessary to add constant c for every term. Okay, if we add constant for every term, if we add c1 here, c2 here and c3 here, c1 plus c2 plus c3 is again a constant. That's why it is not necessary to add constant c for every part here. Okay, see this previous form. Directly separate the terms. Here we have only two terms which are in addition. Whenever two terms or more terms in addition, otherwise subtraction, we can easily separate the terms by using linear property. Integral cos hx dx plus integral, this is the second one, integral 1 by root over x square plus 1 into dx. Cos hx is known as hyperbolic function. Integral cos hx is sin hx. Plus, what is this one? Integral 1 by root over x square plus 1, which is known as sin h inverse x plus c. Integration is completed for both parts, that's why I am adding constant c. Here c is called constant of integration, otherwise simply parameter. Come to this one. This is very important problem for both Andhra and Telangana students. Consider the given integral. Consider integral of x square plus 3x plus 1 whole by 2x. In the numerator we have three parts. First one, second one and third one. That's why first split the terms inside. X square by 2x, this one by this one, plus 3x by 2x plus 1 by 2x whole dx. In this way first we separate the terms. 1x is getting cancelled here, 1x getting cancelled here. So you have integral x by 2 is the first term, 3 by 2 is the second part, plus 1 by 2x whole dx. In the denominator we have 2, so 1 by 2 is the constant term. Take outside from the integration and separate the integration for every part. So 1 by 2 into integral x dx, 3 by 2 is the constant term, so take outside from the integration, remaining term is only 1, plus again here 1 by 2 is the constant term, so integral 1 by x dx. So that is equal to 1 by 2 into, what is integral x? X square by 2, because integral x is in the form of x power n form. What is integral x power n? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here n is equal to 1, plus 3 by 2 into x, plus 1 by 2 into What is integral 1 by x? Already we got in this form, in this problem. Log mod x to the base e. Integration is completed. That's why we add constant c. In this way, we complete the problem. Okay. I will give another set of problems now. Please note down. These are the another set of problems. Okay. These problems are also based on direct formula. Just we have to separate the terms by using linear property. It's enough. First see this one. Directly separate the terms by using linear property. There are three terms inside. So this is negative sign and this is positive sign. That's why we can easily separate the terms by using linear property. Very first term is integral x cube dx minus integral cos x dx plus 4 is the constant term. So take outside from the integration, simply write in the outside 4 into integral 1 by 4 goes to outside. That's why in the numerator we have only 1 root over x square plus 1 whole dx. Okay. One important thing, don't forget this thing. Whenever you are writing integration of x cube, don't forget to write dx. It means that we are going to take the integration of the term x cube with respect to x. We are going to take the integration of cos x with respect to x. So we are going to take the integration of this term with respect to x. That's why the structure of the integral, basic symbol, integral f of x dx. Whenever we are writing the integration, a function dx, writing of dx is mandatory. Okay, don't leave this one. Okay, meaningless. If you write dx, then only you have the meaning for this integration. Okay, now come to this side. Integral x cube, it is in the form of x power n. What is the integral of x power n? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here we have n is equal to 3. So you will get x power 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. X power 4 by 4. What is the integral of cos x? Sin x. Don't write minus sin x, because here we are taking the integration for cos x, which is plus sin x. If you take the derivative of cos x, it is minus sin x. Okay. Plus 4 into what is integral? Root over x square plus 1 sin h inverse of x plus c. This is the integration. Come to this one. Directly separate the terms. We have only two parts inside the integration. So integral sin hx dx plus integral 1 by x square minus 1 whole power 1 by 2 can be written as root over x square minus 1. Because everybody knows that something whole power 1 by 2 is nothing but whole power 1 by 2 represents root over. Okay. What is integral sin hx? Cos hx. Because it is hyperbolic. Plus integral 1 by root over x square minus 1 dx is nothing but cos h inverse of x plus c. Okay. Come to this part. Directly separate the terms by using the linear property. There are only two terms inside which are in addition. So integral 1 by root over 1 minus x square dx plus 2 is the constant term. Take outside this constant from the integral. 2 whole into 1 by root over 1 plus x square dx. So what is integral 1 by root over 1 minus x square? It is sin inverse of x plus 2 into integral of 1 by root over 1 plus x square, otherwise integral 1 by root over x square plus 1, both are same. The formula for that one is sin h inverse of x plus c. These are the problems today.